It has been confirmed now Gardner Minshew is going to be the starting quarterback for the Eagles, as Jalen Hurts is going to rehab his kind of busted up throwing shoulder, not fully separated but bruised on the AC joint.
Which hurts. Bad.
Which hurts,
bad.
yeah?
Really bad.
Listen, I get it, and I think it's the right decision because you need Jalen Hurts if you're trying to win a Super Bowl. He's the MVP of the league right now. Here's my issue with the game. We're billing it as the biggest game of the year. And I'm sorry, it's not. And it's not because Philadelphia has a 2-game lead in the conference for the number 1 spot. They play New Orleans next week. They're winning that game. I don't care who the quarterback is. So they are going to clinch the number 1 seed overall. The Dallas Cowboys, cannot do any better than the number 5 seed because they cannot win the division. It's not on the table. So what are we playing for?
Yeah.
Like, what's at stake here?
So you're saying that this game is unimportant because there's not as much at stake as some of the other games that
there's nothing at stake
but
here.
I think people are looking at it because of the NFC East is so good this year, that entire conference, and these two teams, given the things that Micah Parsons has said in the past couple of weeks, I think those are the things that we've been looking forward to, is those matchups between two juggernauts in the NFC, in the NFC East specifically, going at each other, alleviating those words that were minced from one side to the other, and finally settling the debate for who's the best team in the NFC East. I think that's what probably both coaches are framing.
Like, Philly's the best team in the NFL. Forget about the NFC East.
Yeah.
Now, the Dallas Cowboys can go down. The Giants could catch them. That's real. In theory, Washington could catch them. That's real. So they could drop down to 6 or 7. I don't think they will. But you're talking about two teams that have already locked up playoff spots. Yeah. So while I respect the fact that my employer wants me to tell you it's the biggest game in a century, okay, it's the biggest game this century. But it means absolutely nothing. I mean, every other game is more important. Minnesota Giants, more important. San Francisco, Seattle, more important.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, Sunday night, more important. Now, it's a great game for sure. You've got a lot of the stars. You've got 14 Pro Bowlers playing in this game. And yeah, a lot of us would like to see the Eagles take one on the chin. A lot of us would like to see the Dallas Cowboys lose because they're one of those teams. But from a standpoint of what this means to the playoff picture, it don't mean a whole heck of a lot.
Is this more because Jalen Hurts isn't in the game? Because this is a rivalry game, and it might be a preview of what we see in the playoffs.
Yeah, it means a lot to Philadelphia. It means a lot in Dallas. And yes, for NFL fans, this could be a rematch, a third matchup come late January. I'm with you on that. So it could be a good build-up for that. But right now, low-hanging fruit, this game don't mean anything unless you want to go down the Micah Parsons road.
Yeah.
And if Gardner Minshew beats Philly, Micah can no longer say that,
Is it the system or is it the quarterback? That's what this game is about to me.
Right.
This game is about both locker rooms being like, okay, these guys have talked about us, saying that we aren't for real, or saying that the quarterback's success is solely based on the system that he plays in and not that we're good players overall in general. Now let's go out there and prove them the
It's actually, as I'm thinking about it now in real time, I kind of got that in reverse, right? If the Eagles beat, if the Eagles beat the Dallas Cowboys with Gardner Minshew, they've proven Micah right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Because you go with any quarterback. If Micah and the Dallas Cowboys beat or even dominate the Eagles without Jalen Hurts, then you've proven Micah wrong.
Exactly.
So I think in this case, Micah wants to be wrong.
Yes.
Gotcha. I take it back, Jalen. It's all about you.
Yes. So the Cowboys need to lose to prove them right.
To prove Micah right.
Okay.
I mean, essentially,
Wow.
A little bit,
I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy now.
I got that. That's a little confusing.
Jeez.
I apologize. Have some more eggnog. It'll all make sense anymore. Yes, they're both playing playoff football. And it's weird because growing up in this area, you grow to hate both teams, right? And I'm not an NFC guy. I'm a Jet guy, obviously. So I'm not sure who I want to lose more.
Yeah. Can they both lose? I've always tried to. If we could do a tie in the NFL, this should be a double loss.
The only way they both lose is if well, you never would injure anybody, but yeah, catastrophic injuries would be fantastic. From a.
Wait,
I'm not
you just said you don't want them, but they'd be fantastic.
I'm the bad guy, sure. Blame it all
Words
on
are
me.
not a representative of Victor Cruz or anything that I
You
endorse.
said it. You asked the question. That's the answer to the question.
Catastrophic.
How did they both lose? Everybody gets hurt.
The whole team.
You're right. That would be a way for them both to lose.
Not like serious injuries, like head trauma.
Everyone rolled their
like,
ankle.
Oh my God, my hamstring. You know, that kind of
little
thing.
soft tissue.
Oh, my Achilles. I'll never slice again. Yeah,
catastrophic.
oh, I got a bloody nose. I can't play on Wednesday. I don't know.
Catastrophic.
Listen, hopefully, and this is very cliche to say, but let me try to bring this back to some sense of, normalcy and an adulthood here. Hopefully we get a good game. Like 35-31 wouldn't kill you, would it? 24-23 wouldn't kill you. It's Christmas for crying out loud, right?
Just want a good game.
That's exactly right. Tyreek Hill is playing in a game that matters. And that, of course, are the Miami Dolphins, who are trying to get in. We're good. Right now, the Dolphins are on the outside looking in. But Tyreek Hill had some very nice words to say about his drippy head coach. Well, listen, they are the 7th seed right now. That's not drippy at all, by the way.
He's giving me Mark Anthony
That's
vibes.
Mike McDaniel right there.
He's giving me crypto vibes.
He might be swaggy, but he ain't drippy.
Hey, I like that. Look, he's got a little bop at practice. I like this.
Like I said, swag yes, drip no.
Correct.
Is that fair for me to say?
Yeah, that's fair.
That looks like he
All
owns
right.
a tech company.
And if you don't know what that
100%.
means, look it up. All right? It's Cody, I'll explain to you off the air.
Thank you.
Troy, tell Cody what drippy means.
Can you tell me what drippy is?
Like you got a good vibe about you. You got drip.
Could you?
Again, he has no idea what drippy means.
He's close.
He's in the vicinity of it.
He's crawling.
But he's not there. Anyway,
We'll get there. We'll find
that,
it.
of course, it's Miami and Green Bay. If Miami loses, then they muddled the AFC playoff picture a lot. Because you're going to have 3 teams essentially vying for the last 2 wild card spots, the Chargers, Miami, and New England, based on what they do against Cincinnati. Miami plays Green Bay in Miami, which would be a nice change of pace for them after the snow game in Buffalo.
Yeah, they need some warmth after that game. They want to go back home, play under the sun, and be cozy and comfortable. But I think they need to go in here. Miami is the better team in this situation. And Miami has everything to lose in this game. They have to come out and beat the team that they're supposed to beat in the Green Bay Packers. That's what we're looking to see. We're looking for Tua to have that commanding presence at quarterback to show that he's the better quarterback in this specific matchup this week because of his weapons and because of all the people that he can throw the ball to, not because of just sheer head-to-head matchup with him and Aaron Rodgers. I think Tua has the better team, and he has to prove it on each and every play coming into this game.
Not just that, so we talked about, you could have the same record but view your franchise differently, right? Like Jacksonville and New York right now. The Dolphins got off to such a red-hot start, overcame, obviously, the concussions to Tua. And now they're going in the wrong direction at the wrong time of the year. So they need to recapture that offense. It's not even so much about their defense. It's that the offense went from, wow, nobody can stop them to maybe Tua is not as good as everybody thought. And they're playing a desperate team in Green Bay that's now won 2 games in a row and has not been eliminated yet from the postseason with the best quarterback over the last 10 years, not named Tom Brady, of course, in the league. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.